Live from Detroit, Michigan, USA. In my house. In my house. In my house. Hosted by T. Carlita. In my house. Hosted by T. Carlita. Hosted by T. Carlita. Hosted by T. Carlita. Live from Detroit, Michigan, USA. Live. In my house. In my house. Hosted by T. Carlita. Where the true stories are told and great music is played. Welcome to another episode of the In My House Techno Music Show Incorporated. I am your host, T. Carlita, and it is the first of the month. It is August. Boy, oh boy, the summer just flew by. That's because we've been having so much fun, I guess. So anyway, check this out. For the first of the month, you already know this is our dedication to the spirit of 313, and DJ Scent will give her 2 cents of house history. This month, she's featuring Dajae. And Stevie Anderson, our historian from over in the UK, will give his perspective on For Those Who Know, featuring the legend himself, Santonio Echols. Plus, DJ Scent has put together a special In My House Techno Music Show Incorporated mini mix. And we got a few other little things that we may showcase throughout the show today as well. So this is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show. So let's kick this month off and kick this week off with the For Those Who Know, featuring Santonio Echols, narrated and put together by our favorite In My House Techno Music Show Incorporated historian, my spirit of 313 brother from on the other side of the pond, as we say, from the UK, Mr. Stevie Anderson. Hope you enjoyed this month's For Those Who Know. This is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show. You are In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
Hey everyone, this is Stevie Anderson from the UK, bringing to you this month's For Those Who Know, featuring Santonio Echols, courtesy of T. Carlita's In My House Techno Music Show Incorporated. Santonio Echols is part of Detroit Techno's golden generation of the late 1980s and beyond, a legend in the true sense of the word. His musical journey has been a gradual one. At the age of 19, he began DJing with his brother, Dwayne Evans, as a mobile DJ unit, doing parties around the west side of Detroit. His love of electronic music took hold after hearing mixes by DJs he admired and were influential at the time, namely Jeff Mills, Eddie Fowlkes, Mike Grant, Al Esther, Kevin Dysart, and the late Steve Dunbar and Ken Collier. The music that captured Santonio's imagination ranged from Kraftwerk to Juan Atkins, and from early 1980s progressive sounds to Chicago house music. His burning desire to make his own music similar to what he was listening to could not be checked. Dwayne Evans presented Santonio with an opportunity in that direction by introducing him to a college buddy he knew was producing his own music. It was Kevin Sanderson. It proved to be a fateful meeting for Santonio, as Sanderson invited him to his studio, KMS, to make tracks, and promptly named the duo Reese and Santonio. Their partnership, albeit a brief one lasting less than 2 years, underlined a change of course from the introspective soundtrack themes initiated by Juan Atkins and Derek May to a much rawer style of techno-funk, with heavy bass-driven grooves aimed squarely at the dance floor. The partnership was a fruitful one, producing timeless classics like The Sound, Rock to the Beat, Bounce Your Body to the Box, Force Field, and Truth of Self-Evidence. Santonio contributed as much as Sanderson did to the writing and creative process, ensuring their legacy as one of the finest collaborations in dance music history. In 1989, Santonio's passion for producing music remained unabated. He embarked on another production partnership with fellow techno pioneer James Pennington for Paragon Records. A compilation album from Paragon entitled There's No Way Out, released on Techno City Records, featured 2 mixes by Santonio and Pennington, the Housekeeper's track How You Play the Game, and Santonio's first solo offering, It's Not Over. The Housekeeper's track was selected for 12-inch single release and became a club favourite due mainly to Santonio and Pennington's Detroit Techno remix. Paragon Records already released another successful 12-inch single by Bridget Grace called Take Me Away. It was co-written by Jeff Mills and also featured another great remix by Santonio and Pennington. The 1990s saw a confident Santonio flourish away from the shadow of Reese and Santonio and venture into another successful collaboration with 2 more pioneers of Detroit techno, Eddie Fowlkes and Art Forrest. They forged an alliance calling their sound Detroit Techno Soul. This resulted in 2 impressive tracks, the first being Detroit Techno Soul, which appeared on Made in Detroit Records in 1991, and their second was called Music in My Head, originally released on Powwow Trance and later licensed to renowned techno label Tresor Records in 1993. Santonio's music was striking the right balance of forward innovation and retrospective improvisation, best highlighted on releases for some of Detroit's best-known underground labels. These include Express Records, Serious Grooves, Vicious Music, and his own label, Siren America Records. More collaborations were to follow with 3 of Detroit's rising stars, the ubiquitous Shay Demir, Claude Young, and the late Derek Jameson Sr., with whom Santonio co-wrote a vocal track called Find Someone New, with Donna Black on vocals. This much sought-after track was released on Serious Grooves in 1993. Santonio, in his guise as DJ Tone, crafted this sprightly house track built around the melodic keys played by Jameson. Mixes by Santonio and also Shay Demir and Ron Trent has made this release an underground classic. Santonio took an enforced break from recording, then returned in 2012 to the delight of the music industry and his many fans across the world. He launched 2 labels that year, Chapter 2 Recordings and D Records. Both labels signal a refreshing throwback to Detroit Techno's glorious past and very much aligned with his strong spiritual beliefs. Last year, Santonio was instrumental in bringing together Eddie Fowlkes, Blake Baxter, Thomas Barnett along with himself to form the acclaimed DJ collective known as 4313. Their debut EP, released this year with a track from each producer, was well received. In the last 5 years, Santonio has recorded for a host of highly respected labels such as Detroit Dancer, Melody Mathix, Strobe Records and Soiree, amongst others. Considering the wealth of talent that has emerged from Detroit, his music stands proud among his peers and today's generation. Techno will remain a respected music art form and a positive force for breaking down barriers because of the humility and grace of artists like Santonio Echols within it. That's all from me until next time. Thank you for tuning in and for supporting the show. My special thanks to T. Carlita, and may the spirit of 313 be with you all.
You are in my house, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played. You are in my house, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played. Are in my house, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
Sexiness offend you? Oh. Does it come as a surprise that I dance as if I had diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame I rise, up from a past rooted in pain I rise, a black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling.
T. Carlita Photography, specializing in event photography, birthday parties, concerts, holiday parties, family reunions, portraits, and headshots. Let T. Carlita Photography turn your photo collection into a musical slideshow and place it on DVD for you to watch in the comforts of your own home or to give as gifts over the holidays. Call Tina Nelson now at T. Carlita Photography, 313-516-9548.
And now from the In My House Techno Music Show archives. It was the cold winter December of 2014. The show had just got started. We had been on the air for a few months, well, actually almost a year, and Mark Charles was a guest on the show with DJ Scent, to be exact, and he played his flute. So let's reach into the archives and let you see Mark Charles on the flute on the In My House Techno Music Show. Here we go from the archives. You are in my house, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
But you don't want me to. Bomb Music presents Legend of Techno Bass, featuring Egyptian Lover. It's going down November 25th, 2017. Nucleus. Mark your calendar. Berk's Warehouse, November 25th, 2017. Off 88. November 25th, 2017. And just added Eric Travis. host, your cousin Reggie Reg for 105.1 The Bounce, and your hustling line dance master, DJ Maestro, and on the ones and twos, DJ Wax Taxi Dre. It's going down November 25th, 2017, Thanksgiving weekend. Mark your calendar, Burke's Warehouse, 2727 Russell Street, Detroit, Michigan. Get your tickets at Legends of Techno Base.eventbrite.com or call 586-615-5869. Get your tickets early. This event will sell out. There will also be a jitting contest and a breakdance contest.
And now, DJ Cent gives 2 cents of house history.
What's up, everybody? For the In My House and Techno show with your host T. Carlita, this is DJ Cent gives 2 cent house history. Gotta show mad love to one of my all-time favorite vocalists. Just all around amazing talent. I always say Chicago's own Miss Dajae, whose real name is Karen Gordon. She is an R&B and dance music singer. She sang in various soul bands over a decade prior to joining house music producer Cashmere. The duo began working together and released several hit singles, including songs like Brighter Days, which peaked at number 2 for 2 weeks on the American Dance Chart. Time, You Got Me Up, Is It All Over My Face, all were club and dance floor hits. I mean, they were some mega hits. I remember when they were doing the release, they had started putting out the promo album for You Got Me Up. Cashmere and Dajae came to Heavens to perform the song along with a few other hits. I was a club kid at this time, and man, I had a time card up at Heavens with the legendary DJ, one of my all-time favorites, Ken Collier. Club used to be located on 7 Mile and Woodward. It was an after hours, so I mean the music was banging. But for this particular night, I wasn't aware that they were going to have a special guest here. I'm never paying attention to flyers at that time. You just come to the party. This is the place to be. So we're in there, we're vibing, Ken's killing us. All of a sudden, the stage lights come down. We're like, okay, it's something happening. Ken turns the music off. They get up there. They start talking about, hey, we got this new group coming out, going to come out and perform. Man, Dajae kicks off with the acapella of You Got Me Up. Oh my God, just, you make my heart want to sing. I can't sing, but hell, that made me want to sing at that time. So us as the crowd, because we had been bumping this beat already, had heard it, we chime in, You Got Me Up. Oh my God, it was, I mean, so she sings, all of a sudden, you know how that tune starts off? It comes with a banging beat. The crowd goes crazy. The performance was amazing, and I've loved her ever since then. I've had the pleasure of working with her at several other events in our longevity of being around the party scene. And every time I've seen her perform, I mean, she does an amazing job. But just the hits that she's produced and put out herself, since then, she's continued to work, continued to travel and tour all over the world, still moving dance floors today. Big mad ups to my girl Dajae. Man, I mean, there's so many different hits that came, and I remember when the release came out of Day by Day, the double pack. Oh my God, another, club hit. So many, when you are someone like Dajae, who has just been such a significant force as a female, especially in the music industry of house, coming from Chicago, continue to be able to perform to this day, decades. This was probably in the 90s when I saw her, and to still be relevant today. I mean, uniting with some of the amazing talents of new producers that's out here. You know, to see her still doing her thing on TrackSource and Beatport and all the other record companies that distribute our music that we get it from. I love seeing her, love still supporting what she's done as far as musically. The thing she's also did that has been so impressive is her charity work at so many different causes and events, helping in Chicago's gay and lesbian areas, as well as just doing what she can for any group that may reach out to her. Those are the type of things that we don't see sometimes, all the behind the scene work that they put into just making the communities and making us better. So big ups to my girl Dajae. Continue to do what you do. Mad love to her. You guys, thanks so much for supporting the show. If you need to get any of my music, CDs, now available USB drives, just hit me up at djcent.com. This has been DJ Cent Gives 2 Cent House History for the In My House and Techno Show with your host T. Carlita. Big ups. Thank you.
And that concludes this week's episode of the In My House Techno Music Show Incorporated. I'm your host, T. Carlita. Thank you so much to Stevie Anderson from over in the UK, the In My House Techno Music Show Incorporated historian, and from DJ Sense, giving her 2 cents of house history. This has been our Spirit of 313 monthly kickoff. So hope you enjoyed the show. Take care, and until next time, we'll see you somewhere on the dance floor, somewhere out there. Be safe, be good, be kind to one another, and love each other. This is T. Carlita. See you next time. You are in the mix with DJ Scent.
You're in the mix with DJ Sense. This is DJ Scent.
are In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
You're in the mix with DJ